We'll add to that noise in a little while when we come on to the time race. But as far as the game itself is concerned, like, back to the old set pieces discussion, but these were slightly different and Newcastle didn't react.
Yeah, I think we all know how dominant Arsenal are on set pieces. 17 goals scored already, but previously only took 6 short corners, and that was the difference today. That got them the winning goal. And I think for me it was so interesting, chappers, in terms of Newcastle's set up. 11 players in the box, physical profiles, they're very strong on set pieces, but Arsenal test them with a short corner with Odegaard, Havertz, White and Eze. Doesn't really come off this one, but Eze is free on the edge of the box, so a little bit of a warning sign for Newcastle. Still the same setup, Odegaard makes the same run. White and Havertz occupy the same spaces, but it gives Sven Botman a real problem of who to go to. The ball goes to Havertz, he can't get there in time, and you've got Eze, who's so prolific on the edge of the box. And from this angle, this is a brilliant finish. I think he scored the most goals outside the box since 2022, and you can just see his quality. And I think Newcastle were very slow to react, but that's a really well-worked corner from Arsenal's point of view.
Is that this is how we've been told to defend at corners? We're not going to react to what we're seeing.
A little bit, because there was a couple of warnings. We didn't show all of them, and Eze is sitting on the edge of the box. And this is quite a prolific player, by the way. To give him that time and space, and there was 2 deliveries before. He's handling the expectation of being at that big club perfectly, beautifully. He's loving the moment, and his quality, his technique, and execution there was first class in a difficult moment for Arsenal.
He went off and Havertz went off. Both muscle injuries that are going to be reassessed is what we were told. They looked OK post-match. The positive is that they had Saka back. Look, they haven't had that much consistency amongst their front four, even in their midfield three sometimes. But if they get Saka and Odegaard back, that's a key for you.
Saka's really important, and there's been lots of changes in that front four, lots of changes in the 10. The right-hand side of the pitch has disappeared to an extent, but Saka coming back is good news for the team. Madueke, he's at a good level, but this guy, I think, is at another level. He's been injured for large periods. Straight away he's on the pitch. I think Odegaard, Martinelli, they're switched on to him. He comes inside, first action, he's got an end product. He's testing the goalkeeper, set piece. Again, look, they want to find him in the pockets. And then Odegaard is joining in as well. Suddenly his radar's there, there's another corner, and they connect really well. And I think it's difficult when you keep making these changes enforced, but there's Odegaard now, look, joining his mate, joining the party in that little pocket, and he's nearly scoring from there. So Saka, great news that he's back. It's unfortunate that you lose 2 players. Havertz looks like he's going to be out. Maybe Eze's not as bad.
I mean, that last one is the standard Arsenal move, that, isn't it? Saka.
That's been the signature, isn't it? So many years down that right-hand side. No Timber, of course, no Calafiori on that left-hand side, but you need to get these players back.
The most important thing is to win, and I feel like I asked exactly the same questions after Manchester City won 1-0 at Burnley
yeah.
on Wednesday. Just win, but we're now in this situation where goal difference, goals scored could play a part.
Yeah, the main thing is to win and get points, but you look at the likes of Man City against Burnley, could they added more goals? Could they maybe applied a little bit more pressure? But Arsenal have done their job today. They've got 3 points ahead, potential of 6 points ahead before City play Everton on Bank Holiday Monday. So this title race is going to go down to the wire.
Let's look at those fixtures, because maybe that is the most important thing at the moment. City made the cup final today, so that means their Bournemouth game will wait for a date for as well. Palace has to be rearranged, but what we do know is Arsenal play again before City play. That 6-point gap, if they beat Fulham,
they've got to make that count now.
That's a psychological advantage again.
Well, it has to be, and this pressure is not exclusive to Arsenal. It'll be on these Man City players. Obviously, it's a wonderful finish for them. Arsenal got Champions League games in among that, so that's why I'm saying the squad has to be beefed up. People have to be ready. But I think today was the one cup final out of the way, and a way to recovery from an Arsenal point of view.
Do you think they looked more... I mean, Arteta said he saw in the dressing room straight after Manchester City. Do you think they looked a bit more relaxed today? Not necessarily the crowd.
I wasn't discouraged. I was encouraged by the Man City performance. I think they took that into this game. There's still a nervousness there, but when they go forward and pass the ball forward, when you go back, it's when the crowd get on their back a little bit, so play forward as much as you can.
There was a nervousness in the office from someone,
wasn't there?
It was
this afternoon, to be honest.
We got there in the end, though. We got there in the end.
Well, not all together. To the bottom.
On the victory and the manner in which they won today.
Well, I said a couple of months ago, I'm not bothered how the manner in which we win now. I think it's it's vitally important that Arsenal finish one of these seasons off. We've tried it, like I say, for the last 3 seasons. And this one with the best squad, obviously the injuries are still coming. This is the best chance we've got of doing it. So I'll take any kind of victory at this stage of the season. Obviously, we can hear it, the anxiety in the crowd, because they feel the same. You know, they've been through it as well for the last 3 years. But we got it done, and we got it done again today. You know, listening to Eddie Howe saying that his defence played well, should be like Arsenal at home should be causing more problems to a Newcastle defence that are not playing great at the moment. So, again, they just need to step it up, but at the same time, if they can win the rest of the games 1-0 and play in this fashion, I'm sure that the Arsenal fans will take it.
Yeah, Liz, I'd love to get your take on those words from Eddie Howe that this was his side's best defensive performance in a while.
Yeah, because I think in recent times they haven't performed defensively well, and Arsenal didn't have too many shots on Pope's goal. So I think from that perspective, he'll look at it and say, yeah, they kept the ball quite well at times in the game without really producing anything. That was a disappointing thing. I think they had one great chance at the end with Wissa, who unfortunately puts the ball over the bar. But apart from that, they didn't create anything themselves. Ray had one shot in the first half. Apart from that, didn't really create anything. But so from Eddie's point of view, yeah, defensively good, but as a performance, I'm not sure he goes home feeling too comfortable about that.
Well, just one goal in it, and it was a thing of beauty. I'd like to get the official Strikers Union verdict on the finish from Eze.
Well, the finish was fantastic because the ball from Kai Havertz was set perfectly. And you see with Eze, he's already adjusted his body. When you watch the ball, what goes into Havertz, it's the pace in which he lays it off to Eze. So Eze can just come onto it and just get the basics right. You can see his right foot's standing foot's perfect. So that his left foot's perfect, and then bam, you can see the way it's going away from the goalkeeper because he's got it so cleanly. It's a strike that you'd expect someone like Eze, you know him, Les, obviously, with that much space and time to execute.
Yeah, he's a special player, and it's moments like that he can create. Yeah. The corner was well planned. We saw him have a shot earlier on doing the same corner, and then when it came to him that time, he was able to strike it first time. And you know, with his quality, if he catches it right, it's in the back of the net, and it was a well executed goal.
So 3 points for Arsenal, but Newcastle had a golden opportunity to snatch a goal and perhaps leave the Emirates with something. Talk me through this moment from Wissa.
Yeah, it was good build-up. This is a great ball from Voltemada, and Wissa just has to stay on his feet and side foot that in the back of the net. I don't know why he's gone to ground. I don't know why he's tried to volley it with such force. I mean, I'll say that he hasn't played that much this season. And he just looked anxious to score a goal, but it's where the reason why you're a centre forward is because you usually have that composure and that ability to just place that in the back of the net, and that just probably sums up the season he's had at Newcastle this year so far.
OK, well, we do have more reaction to bring you from the Emirates Stadium, and back to winning ways are his side, so let's hear from Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta.
Mikel, how's the blood pressure? How's the heart rate?
Much better now, and we know what is at stake. We know that the margins are very small. We started the game really well, scored a beautiful goal. Well, the players showed a lot of courage in what they did because we believe it was the best option against them to play that kind of corners. We tried once, the crowd wasn't too convinced because we were very effective directly. We done it again, almost a score on the third time. So I love that personality of the players to do that. We had moments in the game that we were more efficient and finished more actions. We would have had them much more than we've done. We were so disciplined without the ball. I think we only conceded one chance at the end with Wissa. And then, we had openings to kill the game. In my opinion, again, it's a red card. It's as simple as that. You play football and you know what a trajectory means, cutting the trajectory. The ball is closer to the striker. There is nobody on the goal. But no surprise because against Manchester City, a week ago, Kai Havertz goes through, Kusanov steps in, he makes a foul, 1-1, is a red card and he doesn't show it. So hopefully that needs to change.
You've just alluded to chances that you had that didn't go in. Is that still a source of frustration, or does that not matter? It's 3 points and that's it.
Yes, but okay, we can miss that, but it's how the team reacts immediately after that, and the individual behaviors of the players, and that's immense. The effort that they put, the commitment that they put through every action, it's incredible. So when you don't have one thing, then today doesn't go your way, you certainly have to have something else to win that many games.
What's the last week been like? Because, as you said, a good start today. From the start, it looked as though No damage done. Absolutely no damage done to mentality.
It was a huge reset. It was so clear, and I sensed the energy in the dressing room in Manchester already after the game, that something clicked, something changed, that they were even more convinced. And it's all good. Game one, we had it in front of us, in our hands. We've done it. We have done what we had to do. And now we travel to Madrid to play the semi-final of the Champions League, which is incredible.
A couple of setbacks maybe today. Kai Havertz, what's the news? Eberechi Eze, what's the news?
Both of them had to come off. I think there are small niggles. We don't know the extent of that. Probably tomorrow we'll know more.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you so much.
Seems at full-time, big celebrations from Mikel Arteta's side, earning all 3 points, a vital win for them. I want to pick out two things that he talked about. The first is Nick Pope and that incident with Gyökeres, saying it should have been a red card.
You know,
You're going to agree with him?
yeah, I do agree with him. I think that if he if he gets past Pope there, I know there's a defender there, but if he toes this past Pope and he's able to get across him, you can see the defender where I think he gets to that ball quicker than the defender. He gets at least a chance to get a shot on goal, I think.
I disagree with you. I think Pope comes sliding out. Yeah, he misses the ball. Careers into.
He knows. Look at him there. He knows what he's doing, Les.
It's like the centre half gets there before Gyökeres, because he's got to go all the way around. He's got to jump over him. Even if he doesn't touch him, he's got to jump over him and get to the ball. The defender gets to the ball first. It's not sending.
I think it's very cynical, Les, from Pope. He knows exactly what he's doing, but because he can maybe see the defender, he knows that he's not the last man, so he probably will not get sent off for that. So it's a very clever move from Pope.
So then you don't agree with it?
No, I agree with it, but like...
No, I'm saying Arteta, you don't agree with what he said. He said he should have been sent off.
Yeah, he should have been sent off.
No, he shouldn't.
No, he should have been sent off.
OK, on that note, we do know that Arsenal had 2 players injured. That was the second point I was going to mention. Kai Havertz, who made the goal for Eze, and then Eze himself. So let's look at those moments, because I think it's critical here that one of them went straight down the tunnel and the other went to the bench. Havertz, just after the half-hour mark.
Yeah, I think with Havertz, you just look at his body language, you look at his face, and that tells you everything. With Eze, when he gets up, he was talking to the players when he was on the ground, and I think he said, look, I need to go off.
It's here, Les. Look,
it's here when he goes off.
When he speaks to Mikel, you could see, Jules, that he's just saying, you know what I mean, I just felt a little something, and I know that you guys have said if I feel anything, I should come off, and that's what's happened, I think.
Yeah, without a shadow of that. Whereas I'd be more concerned about Kai Havertz, because he went straight down the tunnel. The look on his face almost looked like it's a reoccurrence of what happened to him before.
Yeah, he doesn't look like an injured player here. No, Eze. No. You called it from the beginning when he went off. You said precautionary. Do you think he'll be fine for Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so, because I think that you have to have that in mind. And again, it's good play. It's good professional. It's a good professional decision from his point of view, because he could have stayed on, and if he stays on, somebody that we need at the moment, because he's a moments guy. He's the guy that's doing it for us at the moment. And he's recognised that I'm going to do this for them.
All right, Gooners, let's talk about what was said after that win, because there's a lot to unpack here. First thing, they're absolutely right about one thing. That goal wasn't just a goal, it was a tactical statement. Everyone knows Arsenal are dangerous from set pieces, but this was different. Short corner, movement, confusion. And Newcastle just didn't react. And that's what frustrates me if I'm a Newcastle fan. Because Arsenal basically warned them twice before scoring. You could see the same pattern developing, Odegaard moving, Havertz dragging defenders, and still nobody closes the edge of the box. At this level, that's unacceptable. But from an Arsenal perspective, that's intelligence. That's coaching. That's preparation. Now let's talk about Bukayo Saka. Because this is huge. They said it perfectly. The right-hand side has basically disappeared without him. And the moment he comes back, everything starts working again. That's not a coincidence. That's what elite players do. They change the structure of the team just by existing on the pitch. So yeah, if Arsenal are going to win this title, Saka isn't just important. He's essential. But here's where I slightly disagree with the tone of the analysis. They made it sound like this was a solid, controlled performance. It wasn't. This was nervy. You could feel it in the crowd, you could see it in the players, especially when Arsenal started going backwards. And that's something we can't ignore anymore, because this isn't the first time we've seen it. The pressure is real now. And then we've got the injuries, and this is where things start to get worrying. Kai Havertz going straight down the tunnel? That's not a good sign, even if it turns out to be minor. At this stage of the season, any doubt is a problem, because we don't have the luxury anymore. Every single player matters now. One thing I did agree with, though, at this stage, it's not about performance anymore. It's about results. If Arsenal win every game 1-0 from here, nobody cares. You win the league. Simple as that. And that's the key shift we're seeing now. Earlier in the season, it was about playing well. Now, it's about handling pressure. It's about grinding. It's about surviving. And here's the part that really stood out to me. They mentioned the crowd anxiety. That's real. Fans have been through this before. Getting close, falling short. So every mistake now feels bigger. Every moment feels heavier. But the fact Arsenal still found a way to win? That's a positive. A big one. So here's my honest take, Gooners. This wasn't a perfect performance. It wasn't dominant. But it might be exactly the kind of win that wins you a title. Ugly, tense, narrow, but effective. Now I want to hear from you. Are you confident after this win? Or are these performances starting to worry you? Because one thing is clear. This title race is going all the way.